Hey there! If you're struggling to connect with people, build strong relationships, or even influence others positively, then you're in the right place. Today, I'm giving you the complete breakdown of one of the most influential personal development books of all time, How to Win Friends and Influence People, by Dale Carnegie. This book has changed the lives of millions of people worldwide, helping them improve their personal and professional relationships, gain influence, and achieve success. Whether you want to get better at networking, lead a team effectively, or just become more likable, Carnegie's principles offer a roadmap to mastering human relations. And here's the thing, mastering people skills is not a talent you're born with. It's something you can learn and apply starting right now. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into some timeless wisdom that will help you navigate the complexities of human interactions with ease. Part 1. The power of understanding human nature. The first thing Carnegie teaches us is this: if you want to win people over, you must understand human nature. Humans are emotional creatures. We are driven by desires, wants, and the need to feel important. When you tap into these basic human needs, you create genuine connections with people, and they'll be drawn to you. Carnegie's golden rule: treat people how they want to be treated. You'll be amazed at how these simple shifts in behavior can have a huge impact on your relationships. Empathy is your secret weapon. When engaging with others, always ask yourself, what does this person need? How can I make them feel important? This mindset alone will set you apart in a world where most people are focused on themselves. Part 2. The 6 principles to make people like you. If you want to be successful in life, it's crucial to be liked by others. Whether you're networking, building friendships, or working in a team, being likable opens doors that would otherwise remain closed. Carnegie shares 6 essential principles that will make you more likable. Principle 1. Become genuinely interested in other people. Here's the truth: people are interested in themselves. They don't care about you until they feel like you care about them. If you want to win people over, show a genuine interest in them. Ask questions about their lives, hobbies, and interests. Get to know them on a personal level. Principle 2. Smile. A smile is one of the most powerful tools you have. It communicates warmth, friendliness, and openness. When you smile at people, they instinctively feel more comfortable and are more likely to respond positively. Principle 3. Remember people's names. Dale Carnegie said, "A person's name is to that person the sweetest sound in any language." When you remember someone's name and use it in conversation, you make them feel valued and recognized. It's a small gesture with a big impact. Principle 4. Be a good listener. Most people are too busy thinking about what they want to say next instead of actually listening to the other person. If you want to stand out, be the exception. Listen more than you speak and give others your full attention. People will appreciate you more for it. Principle 5. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. If you want to build rapport quickly, find out what the other person is passionate about and talk about it. Whether it's their favorite hobby, their family, or their career, discussing topics that interest them creates an instant connection. Principle 6. Make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely. One of the deepest desires of human beings is the need to feel important. When you make someone feel valued and appreciated, they'll naturally gravitate toward you. Be sincere in your praise and compliments, and you'll form lasting bonds. Part 3. The 9 principles to win people to your way of thinking. Now that you've mastered how to make people like you, let's talk about influence. How do you get others to see things from your perspective? Carnegie shares 9 principles that will help you win people to your way of thinking without conflict or argument. Principle 1. Avoid arguments. You can't win an argument. Even if you win, you'll likely lose the other person's goodwill. Instead of arguing, seek to understand their point of view. Listen carefully and avoid escalating into a confrontation. Principle 2. Show respect for the other person's opinions. Never say you're wrong. Telling someone they're wrong immediately puts them on the defensive. Even if you disagree with someone, show respect for their opinions. Use phrases like "I see your point" or "That's an interesting perspective" to acknowledge their viewpoint before sharing your own. Principle 3. If you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. When you make a mistake, own up to it immediately. This not only builds trust but also diffuses tension. People will respect you more for admitting your faults rather than trying to cover them up. Principle 4. Begin in a friendly way. Whenever you're trying to persuade someone, always start with a friendly tone. People are more likely to be open to your ideas if they feel like you're on their side, not their enemy. Principle 5. Get the other person saying yes, yes immediately. This is a classic sales technique. Get the other person to agree with you on small, simple points before moving on to bigger, more challenging ones. This creates a sense of agreement and makes them more likely to continue saying yes. Principle 6. Let the other person do most of the talking. People love to talk about themselves, so let them. The more someone talks, the more they feel heard and understood. And when they feel understood, they're more likely to listen to what you have to say. Principle 7. Let the other person feel that the idea is theirs. People are much more invested in an idea when they feel like it was their own. If you want to persuade someone, present your ideas in a way that allows them to take ownership of the thought process. Principle 8. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. One of the most powerful things you can do in any negotiation or discussion is to truly see things from the other person's perspective. When you understand their motivations and concerns, you can tailor your approach to align with their needs. Principle 9. Appeal to noble motives. People like to believe they are acting out of good intentions. Appeal to their sense of fairness, honor, and generosity. When you frame your request in a way that taps into their higher values, they are more likely to respond positively. Part 4. The 12 Principles for Winning People's Cooperation. If you're in a position of leadership, or you simply want to motivate others to take action, these principles will help you gain cooperation without using force or manipulation. Principle 1. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. Before you criticize or correct someone, start by recognizing something they've done well. This softens the blow of any criticism and makes the person more receptive to your feedback. Principle 2. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Instead of pointing out someone's mistake directly, try to address it in a subtle way. This allows the person to save face and correct their behavior without feeling embarrassed or attacked. Principle 3. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person. When you admit your own mistakes first, it creates a sense of humility and understanding. The other person will be more likely to accept your feedback because they see you as a teammate, not an adversary. Principle 4. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Nobody likes being told what to do. Instead of giving orders, ask questions that lead the other person to come to the desired conclusion on their own. For example, instead of saying, "Do this," try, "Do you think it would be a good idea to try this?" Principle 5. Let the other person save face. When someone makes a mistake, help them maintain their dignity. Don't rub it in or make them feel worse than they already do. By allowing them to save face, you preserve the relationship and avoid unnecessary conflict. Principle 6. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. People crave recognition and appreciation. When you acknowledge even small improvements, it motivates them to keep getting better. Catch people doing something right and praise them for it. Principle 7. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. If you want someone to rise to the occasion, give them a reputation to live up to. Let them know you believe in their potential, and they'll be more motivated to prove you right. Principle 8. Use encouragement. Make the fault seem easy to correct. When you point out someone's mistake, frame it in a way that makes it seem easy to fix. This builds confidence and reduces the likelihood that they'll feel discouraged or overwhelmed. Principle 9. Make the other person happy about doing what you suggest. When you make a suggestion, present it in a way that benefits the other person. Show them how following your advice will help them achieve their goals, and they'll be much more likely to take action. Part 5. Mastering the Art of Influence and Leadership. Carnegie's final lessons focus on becoming an effective leader and influencer. Whether you're managing a team, leading a business, or simply trying to inspire others, mastering these principles will help you win cooperation and lead with confidence. Principle 1. Be sincere in your desire to help others succeed. Leadership is not about bossing people around, it's about helping others achieve their best. If you genuinely care about the success of those you lead, they will follow you with trust and enthusiasm. Principle 2. Create a vision that inspires action. As a leader, it's your job to paint a picture of what success looks like. Inspire others with a clear, compelling vision of the future, and they'll be motivated to follow you. Principle 3. Lead by example. Actions speak louder than words. If you want others to act with integrity, work hard, or show initiative, make sure you're setting the example yourself. Principle 4. Give credit where it's due. Great leaders give credit to their team when things go right, and they take responsibility when things go wrong. When you acknowledge and appreciate the efforts of others, you build loyalty and trust. Dale Carnegie's principles may have been written nearly a century ago, but their relevance today is undeniable. Whether you want to build stronger relationships, influence others, or lead effectively, the lessons from how to win friends and influence people are timeless. Start applying these principles today, and you'll notice a dramatic improvement in your personal and professional life. You'll be more liked, more influential, and more successful. If you found this summary helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more valuable insights. Let's continue learning and growing together.